Hello friends, welcome to Unique Learning for All. Myself Mahalakshmi, and today we are going to see the Python notes, that is Python basics. So in order to download a Python, you should go to the official website python.org. In that, go click download. So I'm using Windows OS, so I can click Python 3.8.5, which is the latest version of Python. So I've already downloaded the Python in my OS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to run Python in interactive mode as well as the scripting mode. So moving on to the Windows. So as I already installed Python, so go to Python dot 3.8.5. So it is this is IDLE, which is the scripting mode environment. So I'm clicking on that. It's opening now. So this is the Python 3.8.5 shell. So I'm just typing print. You should give in double quotes with the parenthesis. Hello world. You can say. Okay. So whatever we give you in the double quotes or single quotes or triple quotes, that will be displayed in as output here. Even if I give you single quotes, for word you can give. So it interprets the code line by line, or if you want to type the code in a separate file, new file. That's right. Print. Welcome to Unique Learning for All. See here the cursor will waits to code the setup to finish the setup codes. So I'm just saving the file now. Welcome. Save. And the file will be saved as welcome.py. And if you want to run, click run modify F5. So the output will be displayed here in the shell Python 3.8.5. And moving on to section. So as you already know that Python features and its introduction, so we can skip this as it is already mentioned here, like introduction to Python. It is interpreted. So interpreted in the sense line by line the value, the coding is interpreted. So no need to compile before executing it. And it's an interactive program, and it's an object oriented. It uses the collections of list of objects, and it doesn't support strict rules of syntax. So as we all know, Python was introduced in 1989 by Guido van Rossum. That has been derived from the languages like ABC, C++, Smalltalk, etc. And it is copyrighted like Perl, and now maintained by a core development team. Python also is used in artificial intelligence, neural networks, Internet of Things, computer science and engineering fields, even in finance sectors. So NASA, Google, YouTube, Facebook, BitTorrent companies have started using Python, so it has gained popularity. So moving on to the shell scripting. So there is the usage of Python. So Python has been used in shell scripting for the development or administration tasks, and used in game programming for the development of games, Windows development and web development applications, and finally testing the code, we can say. And moving on to the versions that you know in Python's are listed as follows. And Python 1.x is nothing but Python 1, and Python 2.x. Several versions are available under Python 2 also, and Python 3.x as several versions. And the latest version of Python 3.x is Python 3.8.5 that now we have installed it. And as we have said, the two modes are given, interactive mode and scripting mode. The coding that we ran now is a scripting mode. So interactive mode, we'll see. So we do the interactive mode of Python. For that, select Python 3.8. So two modes are available for every Python. This is the interactive mode. Print. Welcome all. So it's very easy. This is the interactive mode of Python. You can run and compile it. So moving on to its features, as I said earlier, that it is easy to learn and read and maintain, and a broad standard library is used, and portable and extensible and interpreted and byte compiled, that is processed at runtime by the interpreter. No need to compile your program before executing it, as it is a high level programming language and scripting and interpreted language. So it's very easy for the beginners. Now we saw that installation. So variables is easy. X is equal to 100, we can say, and y equal to unique learning for all. So no need to declare a data type like int x or string y. So we can just directly assign a value to a variable and print it, and the output will be printed. So for that, I can show you that example. So I can you can just run a new file. A equal to 10, b equal to 2.4, c equal to welcome to Python program. Just print a or you can use in the same line or with using a semicolon. If you use a semicolon, you can type more than one line. B print C. So I'm saving this file as an identifier. The identifier or variable is the same. So it saves as identifier .py. So if you click run, the program runs in a 3.8x module. So the file is saved as the identifier.py and the output is 10.2.4 and welcome to Python programming. And you can also assign a multiple value or a same value to a multiple variable. So that I'm just writing A equal to B equal to C equal to 1. If I print the value of A, I'm just saying the print backspace or print C. I'm saving it as in val. Enter. Then running it, and the answer should be 1 1. So 1 1. The A value and C value. So it's very easy. So you can also type here and you can get the value. And same way, I can type another program. I can create a value and I can delete a variable also. So just consider B equal to 10 and I'm printing B, C equal to 10 I'm just giving delete C. So if I delete C and if I print, it displays an error. So you just watch it. You can give a semicolon. It's optional. I'll save. Then so I'm giving value for B equal to 10 and I'm printing the value. And again I'm assigning a value for C equal to 10 and I'm deleting that C. So it won't print now. I can delete an object. So I'm running it. See, as I said, it prints the value for B equal to 10 and I have assigned the value for C and I have deleted the C value. Since I have deleted the C value, so C is not defined is coming. So you can also delete the values by using del keyword. And moving on to keywords. Enter. So moving on to keywords, these are the current keywords that is used in Python, and it all should be a low letter case and lines and indentation. it's a should strictly you have to follow that, because no flower basis is used, and instead of flower basis we are using one tap space braces. So it's very important. And you can consider this example. If a greater than b, consider if you assign a value a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. Okay, and if a greater than b colon, so print a is big, else print b is big. So answer should be b is big, as I gave the value b equal to 20. uh, so b is big will be printed. So in this case, no flare braces. Instead of that, you just click one tab, that is tab key in keyboard, and can type the coding. Okay, this is the lines and indentation. So instead of flower braces that we follow in our programming languages, so instead of flower braces, just type one tab space and enter the coding. Okay, thank. So Python operators. So moving on to Python operators. So operators are more commonly used in every programming languages, and arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical, identity, membership operators, bitwise operators, etc. So now we are moving on to the arithmetic operators. So this is the numeric values to perform the common mathematical operation, and arithmetic operators are used: plus, minus, asterisk, division, modular symbol, and exponent and floor division symbol. So here x is equal to 5 and y equal to 3, and print x plus y. So the answer will be 8. So I can use my for arithmetic operators. A equal to 5, B equal to 10, right? A into B, comma, A slash B, comma, A plus B, comma, A minus B. So I'm saving the file, save, arithmetic. So we are typing in a scripting mode, arithmetic operator. Okay, if you want to run, I can run in. The output is displayed as 50, 0.5, 15, and minus 5. So if you want the output to come in the next line, slash n can be used to come in the next line. And now you can also use different values, you can say, and I'm deleting the value, and a equal to 3, b equal to 4. I'm using the exponent operator. So print a asterisk asterisk b, that is a raised to the power b. So command line can be used in asterisk, that is this ash symbol, a raised to the power b. So we'll see the output. Just save. I save in arithmetic and just run. So a raised to the power b, that is 3 raised to the power 4. The answer is 81. So hope you like this arithmetic operators. And moving on to the another one is assignment operators. So assignment operators is used to assign the values to the variable. So sum of the assignment operators or equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to, slash equal to, and modulus equal to, and floor division equal to. It's very easy. So I can type it for you for assignment operators. A equal to 21, consider B equal to 10, C equal to 2, and C plus equal to A, that is C equal to C plus A. A value is 21 and C value is 22. So it's just a concept. Upon C plus equal to A is C equal to C plus A. Okay, so command line, just print value of C is C asterisk, and again I'm printing another value equal to C is A. Again just changing the value for C. So this asterisk is equal to, what happens is C is 23 into 21, that is asterisk. So this comment line. So C value is now C equal to C plus A, that is C equal to 2, and A C plus A. A is nothing but 21. Now C is equal to 23. Here C is equal to 23, and now C asterisk equal to A is 23 into 21, that is C value is 23 into 21. The output will be 483. And now again that answer only will be printed. Value of C is 3 slash A, C slash equal to A, that is C equal to C slash A, that is the answer of now the value, current value for C is 483 now. Okay, so 483 divided by 21. So that answer will be 23. So 23 value will be displayed. Let's see value of current C is C. Okay, C A equal to 21, B equal to 10, C equal to 2, and C plus equal to A now, and that is C equal to C plus A, where the current C value is equal to C is 2, and C equal to C plus A refers 2 plus 21 is 23 now, and now the 23 will be printed. Again C has equal to A, that is the current value of C is 23 now, so 23 into A value is 21, so 483 will be printed. Second value for C, and third value of C slash equal to A, that is C equal to C slash A, that is current value of C is 483, and 483 divided by A value is 21, answer will be 23, and 23 will be printed. So we'll check and see now, saving it as same as and if you want to run the program. Source must be saved, so I didn't save. So here I said the value is 23 of 23 and 483, and 483 divided by 21. The answer is 23.0. So it's very easy. Moving on to comparison operators. Same way comparison operators compares the two values. Some of the comparison operators are equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So here you can see x is equal to 5 and y equal to 3. It checks whether x value and y value are same. If it is same, output will be true. If it is different, the output will be false. So here the output is false. Same we can type. Then moving on to the identity operators. The identity operators are used to compare the objects, not if they are equal, but they are actually the same objects with the same memory locations. And here is the example is and is not is the operators of identity operators. So here I'm explaining now. So x is equal to apple and grapes. So it's a list data types, uh, and y equal to mango and banana. And here z equal to x. So z and x are sharing the same memory locations and same value. So if print x is z, if print x is that, that output will be true. And if print x is y, that is false, because x and y value are different, and also they are having a different memory location. If x and y value are same also, they are output will be false only, because they are not sharing the same memory locations. So it's very easy. Moving on to the membership operators. And membership operators are used to test whether if the value is presented in an object. So that is in and not in. The example is x is equal to apple, orange. It prints whether orange. It checks whether orange value is present in x, and print cherry not in x. So you can type the coding and I can show you. So before that I'll explain that orange in x, that is x value is apple and orange, and as I said, member operators in and not in. In, it checks whether the value is present in the object. So this in operator is checking the value orange is present in x. So yes, it is present in it is in x value. So answer will be true. And not in is checks whether the value is not in the object, and cherry is the value. It checks whether the not in operator checks whether that particular value is not present in x. So it checks and it is not present in x, so it is true. So I can also type and show you uh, for the next bitwise operators. So bitwise operators here are used to compare numbers, and some of the bitwise operators are ampersand, that is and or x or not, zero fill left, and signed right shift. So further I can explain you the concept of bitwise, and I can show you. So bitwise AND operator. So moving on to AND, if the value consider A equal to 10 and B equal to 12. If the value of A and B, it takes the binary value of that, and if only both the bits in 1, the result on that question will be 1. So if consider a binary value of the value of 10 in binary is 1010 and B is 12. Ampersand is the operator that we are using to checking whether if both the values are 1, the output will be 1, else that output will be 0. And this is the concept of C++ program, but I'm taking it as for Python. So for that Python coding, you should type A equal to 10. You can type A equal to 10. I'm entering here A equal to 10, B equal to 12. Okay, I'm just print A ampersand B. So it's the concept. Okay, and here A value of 10 is binary value of 10 is 10101010, and binary value of 12 is 1100. So the output for that will be both the bits are 1. If both the bits are 1, if the input is both the inputs are 1, output will be 1. Okay, if any one is 1 or 0, the output will be 0. So the answer is 1000. So the binary number is 1000. The decimal number for that answer will be 8. So the answer will be 8. So this is the bitwise AND operation concept. And bitwise OR, it will take any pair of bits from each position, and if any one of the bit is 1, the result on that position will be 1, else 0. So here, as I said earlier, so A equal to same value 1010, that is 10 binary value for 10 is 1010, and binary value of B, that is 12, is 1100. If any any value is 0 or 1 is 1, the answer will be 1. So here the same value 0 0 is the same value, and 0, and any one value is 1 1 0, so 1 0 1 1 and 1 1. So answer is 14. This is the concept for bitwise OR. And for bitwise XOR, if both the bits are different, the result on that position will be 1. So if both the bits are different, that will be 1. So if both the bits are same, answer will be 0. So based on that concept, here the value of A XOR B, the value is C here, 6 here. Moving on to the left shift, and left shift operator will shift the bits towards the left for the given number of times. So here A equal to 6, and the binary value of for A is 110. These are the position for shifting the values. They are asked two values to shift, so it has shift two values left side. So 110 is the value for binary value for 6, and it has been shifted 2 times. This one is shifted 2 times left side. Again, this one is shifted 2 times left side, and 0 is shifted 2 times left side. So remaining part will be filled with 0. So then the answer of that value is 24. So binary value of this number is 24. So same way, right shift has been used, and the value is shifted in the right side. A by A equal to 6. The binary value of A is 110. Since the value has been shifted to two times the right side, so it has moved to the point 0, that is right side. So only 1 is remaining. as values are shifted to right side. So binary value of that value is 1. So it's very easy. You can also try like A equal to 10, B equal to 12, and print A ampersand. So ampersand B. Save and it twice. Again ampersand. So if you want to run, just click and so here the answer is 8. So same concept has been used. So it's very easy. You can try it in both interactive mode and the scripting mode. So Python is very easy for the beginners also, and for the uh, programmers it is very easy. So job opportunities in Python or Python developers. It's a multi-level job opportunities, we can say, by a product manager, data analyst, data journalist, educator, and financial advisor. So Python job salary in India is quite impressive. According to Quick Check, a leading cloud HR and payroll software and service solution provider in India, Python and are most ahead in terms of compensation levels. That is, the minimum salary for Python developer is like we can say 6 lakhs. And the medium salary level for PHP and .NET developers with a similar level of experience stands at 3 lakhs. This is the amount that I said was 2 years before. So according to the pay scale, data analyst with Python skills draws a salary of about $62,878 per year in the US, and the figures were higher with more years of experience. So it is now it has a bright future. Python has a bright future. So if you are strong in Python, you can be in different position, and that available in Python's designation. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel.